If we want to solve social isolation, especially among at-risk seniors, we need to all be involved. We need to all be educated on how to make sure that if someone in our life is experiencing that kind of withdrawal, that kind of isolation, that we take action, that we reach out and connect. We become part of the solution.
There's one major solution to these problems. Ask people what they want to enable them to be more engaged.
The number one solution would be asking people to engage with purpose, to give them a reason to get up and move. And that by giving them a reason not related to them, but related to helping others, that just it so happens that indirectly they're getting up each day, they're getting off the couch, they're walking out the door, they're just moving. And then as they move and help others, they're not thinking about the effect it has on them, therefore they're not thinking about how socially isolated they are.
There's this whole campaign, if you see something, say something. Well, that applies to people too. In this case, it's the other way around. If you don't see something, say something. Right? So if you don't see them for a few days, maybe they're on vacation, maybe they're not, right? Maybe they're not, maybe they're under the weather.
The more active you are, the better your health is going to be overall. We know that from the cognitive side, from the heart side, but showing up is a big thing. And I think the Village is one of the kinds of programs that actually offer a variety of things, and they reach out to people.
The number one solution for me for connecting people again and reducing social isolation is connecting elders to younger generations. That's where they're the most valuable and the most relevant and have the most to contribute.
Universities and colleges now offer wonderful opportunities. You know, I often think, gosh, I can't wait until I retire because then I can go back to school and learn things. Travel opportunities. Now there are these wonderful programs that allow seniors, whether they're living alone or still with their partner, travel with a group. And often those groups are mixed ages, which is also very important.
I think some of the ways that older adults can stay socially connected is by getting involved in their faith communities. One of the new things that people can do is the meetup.
The fun for me is to talk about these pieces of art.
I don't think that a lot of older adults are familiar with that, but I think we could educate people about it, and villages are designed to try to outreach and meet people's needs where they find them. I think it's a great movement, and I hope to see it grow, and I hope we get one in my neighborhood.
Some of my research actually shows that walking 1,000 more steps per day is related to a larger hippocampus, and the hippocampus is so important to memory. So if we can show that just walking 1,000 more steps a day may be related to a larger hippocampus and to better memory, we think that that is a message that actually can encourage people.
We need our seniors' wisdom. We need their compassion. We need their perspective. And now, nonprofit organizations that serve other groups, children, youth, other at-risk populations, are seeing the value and the need to invite our seniors to be part of those solutions.
Go and find exciting opportunities that engage your brain. That's possible, but it may not actually be as effective as just asking them to help others. And so that's what our premise has been, is that rather than tell people exercise more, because exercise is good for both the brain and the body, eat the green foods on your plate and do something cognitively stimulating. We know that those are all likely to be good for you, but telling people to do it is different from actually finding ways to do it and to sustain it. And that's the challenge that we face in the 21st century.
If we're going to have nearly 25 or 30% of DC residents be seniors by 2030, we're going to have to really look at as many ways as possible that seniors can stay right in their homes, in the neighborhoods that they love, and I think that villages really offer a great opportunity to do just that.
I think there's still a lot of work to be done to determine the best coordinated effort, but what we do know is that it won't be any one solution. It will be a collection of nonprofits, government, for-profits, faith-based, community response. The key really will be ensuring that they work together, that they are coordinated, and that they collaborate. And that is always a challenge.
So I think we have the resources to help these seniors. It's how do we figure out who they are and how do we get them the resources, I think is our biggest challenge.
The beginning of the solution is to recognize the problem. We need all hands on deck. We need federal, state, and local governments, and we need to have every individual recognize that this is a big issue both in our country and around the world.